All right, everybody, welcome back.
Home sweet home. All right, everybody, welcome back to a very familiar spot. There's 3 different bucks over here besides the one I killed. Let's see, I'm gonna put the batteries in the camera, and then I'm going to go back across the road and get my other bag of feed, and then we're gonna drop it right here. Say a little prayer over their meal, and then leave it with them.
Tell me whether or not I should shoot this deer. All right, everybody, welcome back to Hunt More Official. Week 3 of what I'm calling the deer leg. This name kind of came out of nowhere. I just think about like the last leg of a trip. And so, you know, deer leg, turkey leg, fishing leg, whatever stretch of seasons you want to talk about, this one happens to be the deer leg. Here we are, week 3. This week I'm taking you into a familiar spot. If you've been following along for the last few years, then, well, at least last year anyways, then you've seen this spot before. I killed one in here last year. I'm hoping to possibly do the same thing again this year, but I have lost my shooter. The only buck that I have really cared to kill up to this point has disappeared, MIA for 2 weeks, like many of you. And so I don't know what to do except for let's get the train rolling and go on and try to find another one. So I've moved to this spot, put a camera up, found one. Matter of fact, it just took a couple weeks to do that, and I want you guys to stick around to the end of this video because I'm gonna let you decide whether or not I should shoot said deer. He's a solid deer, but you only get 2 tags in Georgia, and I'm trying to make the most of them. You know, hold out for the biggest deer, the best deer that you can, kind of thing. A lot of season left, so I don't want to get real trigger happy and just shoot the first deer that shows up. So hang around, tell me whether or not I should shoot this deer. If you haven't already, go ahead, subscribe to our channel, click the bell, do all that stuff so you can be notified when our videos post every week. I'm doing my best this year to post a video once a week just to keep you guys updated with kind of when I'm hunting, where I'm hunting, how I'm hunting, and even who, as in the deer, what deer I'm hunting as the season goes on. So thank you guys so much for your support. If you've missed the first few episodes of this year's deer leg, please go back and catch those. You can find the links in our descriptions. I really appreciate you guys watching. That's enough of me. Let's hunt more.
All right, everybody, welcome back to a very familiar spot. This is where we were standing when the drone found the deer I shot last year, and I'm getting ready to run right back across that road where I shot that deer last year and get that camera rolling, get a bag of corn in there, and see what's lurking around this place this year. I have not been back in here since probably January the 21st, 22nd, something like that, and my camera is still in there on the tree. It's just dead. So we'll wait on this car to pass, and then we're going to try to slip across there and see what's going on. Snaky looking over here. Somebody's been having a good time. That's where the deer like to cross right there. December. Home sweet home. thing I can tell you, folks, is that there's acorns in here. Looks like. Because this ground, I mean, you would have thought turkeys come through here and had a field day. It's just scratched up everywhere. Cameras. Oh my gosh. Y'all, forgive me. Yuck. Here we go. There she is. Whew. Y'all, this was the place to be around December. If you remember, I was hunting on that side of the little creek, or little water drain, whatever you call it, right through here. And these deer just kept kind of not wanting to move when I was hunting. And so I figured they either had to have smelled me or heard me coming in. Something was up, so I switched sides, switched my access up, and man, what a difference it made. What a difference it made. I still have a lock on over there on that side that I kind of want to get and move this way. Part of me kind of wants to move to a different spot in here, but man, I feel like deer are already here. I'll walk around a little bit and see what's going on. Last year there was scrapes all under a bunch of these trees. There's a deer trail right here I'm on. This is kind of where it stops. It's about right in here. This big creek crossing down here. The buck that I shot, I think he came from that way, that side. He could have just walked like down this way, walked the edge of it and popped up, but when I saw him, it looked like he had just crossed the creek. All right, I ain't gonna try to be too picky about it. I'm just gonna drop the pin on them and see what's happening. I had, I don't know, maybe 3 different bucks over here besides the one I killed that was potential shooters, like this year maybe. So we'll see. I like this spot right here. You can slip in from the road to them trees right there. I don't really know how it's gonna work with a northeast wind yet, but like in the early season, it's gonna be super hot. I feel like your thermals are gonna be pulling hard, real hard down in this bottom. And so if the wind doesn't blow super good, you're gonna get popped. But we'll see. I'm gonna put the batteries in this camera, and then I'm going to go back across the road and get my other bag of feed, and then we're gonna drop it right here. Say a little prayer over their meal and then leave it with them. The old girl, the old Browning. I have 0 complaints out of this camera, y'all. It's the only one I've got, only Browning I've got running, but absolutely no complaints. It only takes 8 batteries. I forgot that. But these batteries lasted for like 3 months. Yeah. Your picture quality is not as good as some cameras, but I mean, good Lord. They're not paying us to take these pictures, you know? It's not a photo shoot. Alright, I'm gonna pour all the corn and stuff kind of around the tree, and then I'm gonna end up putting my mineral all in here. I'll take this old log and throw it in there like that. And pour it all over there. Pour it all over there. Just feed the deer. Now we go find some water. The directions on this thing say just to add water. Shake it up. All season. Deer attractant. It's all the same. Yeah. That's what we're looking for. Ready to rock. She's sending pictures. Horn is out. And we'll give her a little time. We'll be back.
So I set this camera up on August the 31st, and my expectations were not super high, mainly just because I hadn't really done anything in this spot. I hadn't kept any corn in there. All deer are doing through this spot is just kind of crossing through. Big bedding area on one side, you got a road right there, and then you got big timber, ag fields and stuff on the other side of the road. So the only reason for them to be there is really just for them crossing through. I put the camera up, a couple weeks go by, and then I get a picture of these two bucks that showed up. Both of them looked to be age-wise very old enough. One of them is possibly younger than the other one. There was one that was hard-horned, and he looked just like a really old deer that wasn't ever going to be anything. I think I had pictures of him last year. I'll throw those up here too. I'm not sure if it was him or not. Let me know in the comments. But then there was another one that was velvet still, and at least 4.5, but just not anything necessarily to write home about. Good brow tines, decent width, kind of tall rack, but just 8-point. And so I'm kind of on the fence. I thought, you know, if he'll daylight, then I may go hunt him, try to kill him in velvet. But I got that one picture of him that night and then disappeared. Hadn't seen him for maybe a week. 10 days go by, and then boom, he shows up again. And now when he shows up, now he's on camera kind of like every day. So for the last week or so, I've had him, maybe not that long, last 4 or 5 days, I've had him just about every day, or at least during the night. He is not daylighted yet. So I haven't had any reason to go trying to hunt him. The weather's been super hot. We've just recently got some rain, thank the Lord. So we've got some temperatures coming this week. Matter of fact, it's going to cool down, and I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm going to throw a hunt his way. So that brings us kind of to the end of this episode, guys. Go ahead, drop it in the comments. Let me know if old Big Maybe here is worth one. Should he hold an arrow, yes or no? I do believe that if I play my cards right, I will at least put my eyes on him. Not going to say that I'll definitely have a shot at him, but I do believe I can get around him and at least see him. So hopefully as the season goes on, I'll have some video to show you to kind of put with these photos, and you can tell me better, maybe. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Again, please subscribe to our channel if you have not done so already. Stay tuned. Next week, we'll be back again, hopefully with a few does to put in the freezer. It's time to eat one. Y'all have a good one. Hunt more.